Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to be talking about Attack on Titan episode 61 or season 4 episode 2, depending on which way you like to delineate them. So I actually watched this on Monday. So I think it was Monday. So it's been, and today's Saturday, so there's been quite a gap. So I watched it. I was like, I got this. And then life happens, as life happens all the time. I will tell you, this is my to-do list for today. Yeah, there's a back. I'm taking the rest of the year off, but there's a lot to do. So as you can see, we got a television delivered. We're painting the ceiling after I finish this, and then we're gonna tape and then paint the walls probably tomorrow, and then move the couch downstairs, and then I'm going to be deep cleaning the house because we had drywall done. We hung the drywall, we had someone else tape and mud. And so our entire house is covered in this thin little veneer or something of drywall dust. I mean, it's over everything. Well, not that, because that's used often. But I mean, heck, you can even see here, this is the Book of Common Prayer. You can see this was just sitting on our table, and it's just covered in drywall dust. I didn't bother dusting while the guy was working because he was here for a week. And we turned off the furnace while he was here because he doesn't wear a mask, so coronavirus isn't blowing around our house, and we vented the basement as best we could with a fan and stuff to get the air circulated. But even with all of the precautions that we did, it looks like we escaped coronavirus. Then again, he probably didn't have it. Yeah, we did not escape all the drywall dust that's everywhere. So anyway, I will be doing all that. But I want to do this first before really venturing into all the home stuff. So, all right. So let's talk about this episode 61. I miss the old characters, but I'm starting to like some of these new characters. I think Gabby is a little much. But then again, I've got to realize that she's probably pretty young. I mean, maybe 12 or so? And I'm trying to think of what I was like when I was 12, and I was a little much. So I can imagine that, Gabby reminds me a lot of me when I was her age. Just very effusive and exciting. I was not nearly as brave. But then again, I was not put in situations where I maybe would have to, go into combat. So who knows? Maybe had 12-year-old Barry gone into combat, she would have been like Gabby, but I'm not going to give myself that much credit. I'm kind of a coward. So anyway, but I do like some of the dynamics that you're seeing. There's a kid, I can't remember his name, that clearly has a thing for Gabby, and it's unique. It's kind of interesting to see, because they're both vying for the same Titan, I think the armored Titan. He has Reiner's, and how it's he doesn't want her to have it. And the question is, does he not want her to have it because he wants her to live a full life, or does he not want her to have it because he wants it? I mean, it's clear Reiner, his position is that she is probably the best suited for it, but as his cousin, maybe he doesn't want her to have it because he wants her to also live that longer lifespan. So anyway, and then again, maybe he also doesn't want her to see his memories because that's a whole other thing where, they inherit the memories, and maybe there's something that he doesn't want her to see, kind of the way he kind of lost it behind the lines, or that the people weren't actually that bad. And I thought that was interesting when they were at the dinner table and he's talking with the family. I mean, I'm not sure whether he actually believes that they're these horrible, heartless people, or whether he is doing that for the benefit of the cause, or whether he convinced himself of that. Because it seemed like he actually was tortured about like Marco, like kind of Marco's fate. And I think maybe he did care for some of them. And yeah, so that's kind of an interest. I don't know. I thought that was kind of an interesting little thing with the dinner and how he like used Potato Girl, which in some we look at it as very funny, but for him it was like she didn't even offer him half. It's like, huh. But then again, also, what was his upbringing like? And I assume that when you grow up in a ghetto like that like, it's probably more communal. It seems like their life was much more integrated. Everyone was very much in the same boat. I don't know. It just seems like, it almost seems like they have better relationships with each other than the other, than like our normal group of people. You have Reiner, who's like incredibly paternal, father-like. Pater is the Latin, mater is also Latin for mother. So pater, father, mater, mother. Yeah. Anyway, so he's very paternal, and Zeke even has this softer side to him. Where he apologizes, saying like, sorry, I kind of threw you under the bus in there. Like, it's just, and that's a side that I never would have thought was present when I saw them in previous seasons. So I thought that was kind of a nice thing to see. And it also just adds another kind of gray element to the show, where it's not just like these people are good and these people are bad. Like, you're starting to see like, no, there are bad people in charge of the Paradise Island. At least there historically were. And then there's probably a good reason why they were overthrown and kicked out. And then you have the Marleyans, where there are bad people involved with that. I did think that Mustache Hitler was a little, or Mustacheless Hitler was a little on the nose. I was like, you're like really hitting this this World War II thing pretty hard. You've got the subjugated children of Amir, which, let's be honest, is probably kind of similar to like Children of God. The chosen people, the Jews, they have to wear the armbands. They're in ghettos. So I think that's and then the fact that the guy looked a lot like Hitler without the toothbrush mustache, I was just like, that's not very subtle, but that's fine. But it is interesting that, this is definitely something that's not in the in real history, where they used like Jewish people in combat. That like wasn't a thing. So and if it was, please enlighten me. I've never heard of a situation where that actually happened. So anyway, it's just and that they could become like honorary Germans if they like fought in the war. Like, that just doesn't seem. But we saw that in this show, where like to take on the mantle of a Titan is to become an honorary Marleyan. So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. Other thoughts that I have. Oh gosh, the shell-shocked guys, the guys who had been digging the trenches. That they captured that so well. And then one of them jumped off the roof. At first when I saw that, I was like, did he jump? Is this a fall? Like, I wasn't sure. And obviously you're going to see that if you haven't already watched already, that like I had to go back and look. But I just thought that they captured that so well. And the Marleyan soldiers' like callousness towards their trauma was pretty horrific too. So, but yeah, I thought that was pretty, kind of intense. Another thing that was interesting is that all of these people seem to have intact families. And that's not something that you see with the people that we normally are with. Levi, orphan. Aaron, orphan. Mikasa, orphan. Potato Girl, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure mom died, brother died, someone has died. I can't remember because it's been a while. But it seems like they don't have those parents, which could be a reason why they are so different than people that we see now who are much warmer. Yeah, and it's also like the Marleyan Eldians, which sounds kind of weird to say, but they have something to fight for. They're fighting for something. Like they're fighting for acceptance. They're fighting for the redemption of the Eldian people. They're fighting for Marley. Like they're fighting for something, and the other people that are Paradise Eldians, they are fighting against something. I guess maybe they're fighting for security, but really they're battling against invaders. And I bet that has a lot, and maybe that has to do with the psyche differences between the two people, where one is very constructive in some ways, and one is very retractive or destructive in some ways, where, you know, if you're constantly having to defend yourself, that's going to change how you are, how you perceive things. What is something else that I wanted to talk about? Oh, okay. The girl who's like lying around, she seems very disheveled, and she talks about how like she hasn't been human and how she forgot that whole bipedal thing. I'm confused about that. Does that mean that she maybe was once a Titan and then is no longer, or was she something else, or was she just saying like maybe she was injured and she was stuck in a hospital, and so she just kind of forgot what it felt like to be human, to be able to run around and stuff. So yeah, I was really interested about like what was going on with her, because it's definitely like something that has happened. I mean, she is very disheveled. She can't even sit up in that meeting. Oh yeah, that meeting, being listened in on. Like, what's going on there? Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about it, what's going on there, except to say that it felt very Eastern Germany. But yeah, I want to know more about what's going on there. So it's almost to the point where I definitely want to get back to our core characters, but like 2 episodes was enough for me to be intrigued enough with these people to want to spend more time with them. So I well done animators, well done storytellers. So anyway, but yeah, I think that's it. I know it's like super rambly, but yeah, I don't think I have anything else that I can think of at the top of my head. Music, wonderful. Haven't really noticed a major difference in the animation. I bet if I watched previous episodes, I might notice a difference. And I think maybe I'll notice more of a difference when they start like swinging from the air and stuff, like that type of action. I think that will really be kind of the hallmark of like what's different about the 2 studios, maybe. I mean, yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, I am going to, I'm going to edit this, and so you can watch this this reaction. I almost said reaction, and then I will hopefully be able to record episode 3, because as you can see, let's see if you can see on my to-do list. So it says film commentary. That's what I'm doing now. And yeah, this is my messy handwriting. And then I need to post episode 2, which I'm going to do in a little bit. And then I need to record episode 3. So you can see that you guys are at the top of my list. And then you have things like water plants, move my lemon tree, which is woefully losing its leaves, figure out crafts for the nieces and nephew, finalize presents, because I still don't have all of it figured out. And then I have to clean the bathroom, clean the guest bedroom, clean the bedroom, clean them. I have that twice. Oh, great. I did clean the bedroom twice. Clean the master, Oh, never mind. That's clean our bedroom. Clean the master bathroom. Clean the dining room, which is this room. Look at storage. I did that already. It's a construction pencil. Look at storage. I have to have my quiet time. And if you're like, what the heck is quiet time? So it's like devotional. So it's like reading the Bible and praying and things like that. Clean the kitchen. Clean the living room. Post bed pictures. No. Post bed pictures. We have a huge platform king size bed that we have no need of because we have another king size bed frame. So I have to get rid of that. So hopefully someone will take that. So if you live in Kansas City or in the surrounding areas and you would like a large platform king size bed, we will give it to you. I need to call my sister. I did that. I left a message. I have to mop downstairs. I have to scrape some caulk off the downstairs bathroom. I have to grab my crocheting. I'm crocheting myself a scarf because the only scarf I have is actually from an ex-boyfriend. And that just feels weird every time I put the scarf on. I'm like, ugh, I don't really want to wear this. Even though it is a Ravenclaw Hogwarts scarf, which I do like. But it's funny when you break up with someone, even if there's stuff that you like that they gave you, you really don't want to continue using it. So maybe I'll give it to my daughter. Hopefully she's a Ravenclaw. My husband's a Slytherin. And then I have to exercise. So, yeah, that's my... that'll be great. It's only 1 o'clock. Anyway, all right. Well, I will talk to you guys later. All right.